Hey guys, EliteChris35 here. Hope you enjoyed that song, and if you did, give the video a like. Also, download the song. Link in the description. If you haven't already, subscribe to Royal Tracks. If you're feeling super nice, help me out and head over to my channel and watch a couple of my gaming vids.
Alright, that's unusual. I had to restart the program, so unfortunately OBS did not like the fact that my microphone was plugged into a different port, I guess, USB port, and everything was working except well, anyways, it works now, so it doesn't matter. But anyways, sorry about that technical glitch, guys. Yes, we are about to start the show 7 minutes late, unfortunately, but we are gonna get started here. And well, I was actually talking to myself, and nobody could hear me. I was actually talking about a story that I saw in the local news, and about maybe 2.5 years ago, I had maybe $500 or $600 worth of Armature Kits stolen from me, and I put it out at the mailbox where I live, and you know, I'm not really sure what happened. Somebody, I guess, was going around to the mailboxes, and they stole all the kits. And the way I knew is they had ripped off one of the labels on the outside and threw it on the ground. And so my postal, the person running around in the post office truck came to the house and said, "Hey, is this yours?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, thanks." And so I thought about it. I'm like, why is this here, and where is the box? And you know, about a week later, my customers were like, "Hey, I didn't get my stuff." And so I knew one customer wouldn't. But anyway, I lost a lot of money at that time. And someone also stole a check that I was paying the utilities with, and I put it out in the mailbox, and they stole it. And what they did was they used some kind of like a chemical or something and erased the ink that was written on the check, and they went on a shopping spree at a Walmart in a couple of towns over. So it's always been a mystery, you know. It was kind of like a big loss for me twice in a row, and it actually because of that, believe it or not, I had to move back in with my parents because, you know, we were so broke. You know, we lost a lot of money. And so I opened up my my phone this morning, and I saw this article by KY3, and it said that man with long criminal history is charged with stealing IDs. And so I read it, and it says, a man from Springfield, and that's where I live, is suspected of victimizing about 50 people by stealing mail from their mailboxes. Greene County prosecutors say Eric Vansel committed the crime of trafficking in stolen identities while out on bond and being monitored by a GPS device while awaiting trial on other crimes. And so I scrolled down to the bottom, and it says that there were between 1 and 200 pieces of stolen mail from various victims. Hey, little boy, I'm doing a live show.
Do you know how to take this little bullet out?
Do you know I'm doing a live show? And I told you.
Whatever.
All right. So, anyways, so they caught this guy, and I wondered, you know, if I contact them, if they would find some of those Armature Kits. But anyway, I'm not really sure if they would. I don't know if this guy would, you know, what he would do with Armature Kits if he was the actual thief. You know, what is he gonna do? Like, become a stop motion animator or something? I mean, I kind of doubt it, but it would be kind of funny if, like, you know, the cops go to his house and he's got a table set up with you know, stop motion puppets, and he's making a film, and you know. But anyways, I thought it was kind of good news in a way. I hope that, you know, if this was the guy, you know, he does deserve to do some time for stealing from people's mailboxes. And so anyway, yeah, I don't know if there's a happy ending. You know, it was pretty bad though when I had that stuff stolen. So, but yeah, hopefully that's the guy, and hopefully he'll be behind bars for a while. And, you know, if they do find my Armature Kits, I hope they can send him back. That would be nice. But I don't really think that's gonna happen. Yeah, after that happened, I checked Craigslist, I checked eBay. I thought, this guy's gonna try to sell it or something like that. I don't know. But I never did find him, and like I say, what is a guy gonna do with armature kits? Especially if you're just like a guy trying to make money stealing social security numbers or whatever. But anyway, moving along. So I do get a lot of mail from you guys, and I also get press releases and offers and all kinds of weird things sometimes in my inbox. And is he working for Leica now, Bobby? Maybe he is. I don't know. Yeah, that would be kind of crazy. But so I got this this press release, and I'm not really sure if I need to read it completely. Let's see here. It's not too long, so I could probably read this. And so we have a press release, and it was released on. Well, actually, it was released about 2 days ago, but they're releasing it, or having us or talk about it after the 29th, I guess. So it says here, the River released on Canadian Film Day, and that's the name of the film. And Calgary, what a better day to release something very Canadian that includes a moose and a beaver than today, National Canadian Film Day, touted as a light-hearted intervention for our national consciousness, a wake-up call to anyone who has not yet been exposed to the great cinematic stories we tell one another in this cold, vast country. Like Bigfoot stories, actually, and stories about bacon, but I don't know. That might be a rumor that I've heard, but it says, well, one of Canada's best-known special effects and now film-producing companies, Bleeding Art Industries, and the iconic Canadian musical comedic trio, the Arrogant Worms, decided that today is the day to release The River, a whimsical, entertaining 3D stop-motion animation to the Worms' song River of Snot. The animation is the brainchild of Bleeding Art founder and president Leo Weiser as a follow-up to the company's critically acclaimed short film Skeleton Girl. And we covered that a while back. There's not a whole lot of attention paid to the film work that's coming out of Alberta, and we're trying to change that, says producer and Bleeding Art co-owner Becky Scott. The company has been leading the way on the 3D and stop-motion animation front, with their first film, Skeleton Girl, being Canada's first 3D and stop-motion animated film. There's some really great Canadian work happening that we need to be blowing our horns about more, and having a Canadian Film Day is a great way to bring that to the fore, adds Weiser. It was a given that we needed to put The River out there on this day for everyone to enjoy and to celebrate Canadian film and another Canadian treasure, the Arrogant Worms. So it says here, people can see the 2D version of the River by going to Bleeding Art's YouTube channel at youtube.com/Bleeding Art. The 3D version will be released at a later date, and they did release it, and we're going to watch that. I haven't watched it yet because it was just recently posted, and let me see here. Where are we? Here we go. Let me do this. So Becky Scott said, just released our latest 3D stop motion animation called The River, currently in 2D only on our YouTube channel. Have a look and let us know what you think. So I don't really understand, why the 2D version and 3D, but why they would want to do that. So where are we here? Okay, here we go. So this is bleedingartindustries.com, and you can see here there's a nose with snot coming out, which looks like a kind of silk fabric maybe. And here's some of their former work. So they have some nice pictures here. And they do have a Facebook page as well. Facebook.com/Bleeding Art Industries. And so if you guys haven't liked this already, it's a good thing to like. You know, of course, supporting other stop motion animators. And here is a photo. And so we have a moose and a bear. And let's see, I'm not sure, maybe is this Becky? I'm not sure if that's Becky or not. But there's a nice little dog character here. And let's see, what else do we have? Photos. Okay. Here's a puppet you can see as well, which is sort of like a 2D cutout character. And it says here, awesome screening of The River at yesterday's Calgary Animated Objects Society International Film of Animated Objects at the Studio. Sold out house and then some. Thanks to everyone who came. It was super for us to be able to screen it there for the first time in front of a live audience. Unfortunately, we didn't get any pics of the crowd, but here is a behind-the-scenes one that I don't think we've posted yet, showing a couple of the objects we animated in the short, and just a reminder that the Arrogant Worms are performing this Sunday night at Calgary Folk Fest Hall if you haven't already brought your tickets. So if you live up there in Alberta, you might be interested. And here's one of their previous figures, a blast from the past. This picture of in process work on a float we were working on a few years ago. Funny enough, it's back in the shop being upgraded. All right. So they do have some more pictures of their stop motion characters. And this one's kind of funny, actually. All these faces here. But let's watch it and talk about that next. Okay. Commercial break. What is it not working, guys? Oh man. Why is that? Yeah, see, I can see on my monitor here that the audio should be working. What? There should not be no. There should not be a welcome screen there. I think what Ron did is he clicked back on his video. Put your slider forward on your video, Ron. I know what he did. Alright, so we're gonna watch the video here for those that can hear me. And this is The River 2D.
There's a river of snot running out of my nose. In my head, there's a river of snot. There's a river of snot running out of my nose. I really hope that the river runs dry. There's a river of snot running out of my nose, and the germs ride along like whitewater kayakers. I wish that they would drown or die, but they're happier than pigs in snot. I had a flu shot and gobbled vitamins. Never ate a sandwich from hands unsanitized. Grapefruit and sometimes exercise. Still I'm drowning in an ocean of mucus and a river of snot running out of my nose. Seems like the tap that goes drip, drip, drip. The faucet in my nose must need a new washer or a great big guy to drip on the handle till it breaks. 60 milligrams of generic decongestant. Should I get one with antihistamine? But I'm not antihistamine. I love histamines. They're my favorite baseball team. Go, go, histamines! Yay! Team! There's a river of snot backed up in my brain, and it's making me a little bit loopy. There's a river of snot running out of my nose, and my head is feeling like a giant tub of mayonnaise. Someone could just squeeze my brain. out would come a river of snot. And some math problems from grade 8. There's a river of snot running out of my nose. In my head is a river of snot. There's a river of snot running out of my nose. I really hope that the river runs dry. I really hope that the river runs dry.
The only thing I question is in the press release it says that it's like one of the first Canadian. Let me see here. Where did I read that now? Oh, okay. The first film. Okay, never mind. I think I misinterpreted that. But really cool film, and so you guys might want to tell Becky that you like it. She's on here, currently on the front page of our site. You can scroll down, and she announced it, so you guys can probably leave some feedback there if you want. Let her know. And so, yeah. So Ron says it's only missing the obligatory topless woman, and Bobby says and a huge foot, and Claymara says it's cute. Mike says, I love this, so fun. And Sean says, I like the camera work. And Ron also says, great stuff, very unique. I don't think I've seen anything quite like it other than, yeah, Monty Python. That's right. It is kind of like that in a way. But I don't think Monty Python had a lot of 3D characters mixed in, right? That's really cool. So I liked it a lot. See here, so bleedingartindustries.com is their site, and they also have a store. And let me see here. And they're actually selling some of the characters from the film, and it looks like the histamines from the river. Let me see if I can blow it up here, make a bigger picture. Can I? Oh, that's as big as it gets. So they're selling these little characters, which is pretty neat. They got a little flag and a baseball bat. And what else? Let me go back. And it's a pretty smart idea. Like if you make a film that's really expensive and you want to recoup some of your costs, selling puppets is a good way to go. This one here is Trevor and Chris in kayaks from the river. And let's make it big. I wish I could make it bigger. I can here, but I can't blow it up completely. But and I didn't notice this either. There's like little cutout faces underneath the slime. Yeah, that's kind of weird. They've got little oars and almost like California raisin hands and arms there. There's no, let's see here. Let me go back here. And hand and sandwich from the river as well. There it is. I'm not sure what they used to make it. It looks like it's definitely foam, lots of foam. And it looks like they painted it. maybe airbrushed it or something. And the hand looks like it's piecemeal, like there's some seam lines on there and everything. So, and then some cloth. Yeah, and Bobby says, didn't notice the faces while watching the short on the kayakers. And Sean says, Pez did something similar, a similar thing for his submarine sandwich short film as well. It's kind of quirky. It's not really. It's kind of like a Pee-wee's Playhouse kind of short or something. It's funny. Now, I guess all this other stuff here, they're actually selling stuff. Looks like for maybe puppet making, or they're selling like alginate for molding and casting, which is kind of nice. £1.50 for 1760. From Smooth On, I guess they're selling some Smooth On products, fog machines. So it looks like a whole bunch of different stuff for. Got Prozaid, which is used in making Pax paints for foam latex. And Ron says the hand looks like cloth to me. So they actually sell a whole bunch of stuff. I wouldn't have. I've never seen what they were selling, so it's kind of nice to know. If you're in Canada, you might actually like some of this for your film projects. Also, Skeleton Girl, they're selling on DVD and Blu-ray as well. Skeleton Girl. It's another short stop motion film. And here's the trailer. We could watch that. Let's check this one out.
A little girl named Millicent, with hair like spider silk, lived in realms of make-believe and follies of that ilk. A fateful find, a fearless act would change all that would be. You ask how such a thing occurred? Let's just watch and see.
Yeah, we're going to talk about twistedstories.com here in a minute. Now, Bobby says, I bought a fog machine for $19.99. $1,000 seems a tad expensive for a stop mo. And yeah, I don't know about the price. The prices might be Canadian dollars. So $1,000 might be, you know, I don't know what that is in USD. But usually, you know, prices in Canada are really expensive for most things. And not defending the price, but I don't really know what that is in dollars. Maybe somebody could go on Google and figure that one out. But so anyway, they sell all kinds of stuff. Now, the Twisted Stories or Twisted Tales, actually it's twistedstories.com, but it says Twisted Tales for Demented Children. And Skeleton Girl and Mary and the Looking Glass are the two films, I guess, that they're promoting here. So let's click on Mary and the Looking Glass. It says here, the second tale in the Twisted Tales universe is currently in pre-production. Okay, because I hadn't heard of this one. And it says, thanks for your interest. If you'd like to follow along on the making of Mary and the Looking Glass, please visit our blog or explore the first tale in the series, Skeleton Girl. So let's check out the blog. So this is a brand new thing. Now we've already talked, actually, I know Bobby's like, hey, I want to see more about that Skeleton Girl, but we've covered that in the past. We can check it out on here as well. But this is a brand new film, and this is kind of interesting. So let's see what they have. So this is a blog. It looks like it's like a non-linear blog here. And And this one here is from January 15th. Or no, January 12th, 2015. Okay. Let's click it here. See what comes up. And so I'm not sure when this is actually going to be coming out, but it looks like it says here behind the scenes making puppet clothes with costumer, right? Wrong word, Mark. Kim Crossley. So costumer Kim Crossley built the dress for Mary, the main character in our next film, Through the Looking Glass. Here she answers a few questions about her background and creating clothes for puppets. So I guess they're making like a behind the scenes video to add to the DVD. So the sculpting looks really good. Looks like a really great sculpture. And this must be the character, and this must be the maquette. So there's some notes here. Knit style socks must have stitched hole at the bottom for the bolt attachment. I think they mean tie down. Character is hair color, and main garment is blue silk. Collar is stitch pink thread from spool, bow from skein, and belt with bow. So all kinds of notes on here of what they would like. It's pretty nice. So not a lot of information yet on this, but it looks pretty promising. And Bobby's making fun of Canadians' prices. He says $8 for a Pepsi. Is it that much? Man. But anyway, this is pretty cool. So blog.twistedstories.com is where you can find this. And Skeleton Girl is here. Let's see what they have. Oh, okay. Walk in the forest. So really nice sets, as you can see. Yes, all of it's explained. And this is a lot of stuff to read here. It's like a book. So I'm not going to read this whole thing, but definitely something you guys can check out. I wish I could post this on our live chat, but I can't, because YouTube does not allow for links. But there's downloads as well. This here has some desktop backgrounds. Has some pictures of their main puppet, Skeleton Girl, and a skeleton as well. Let's check him out. I think he's seen better days. It's kind of interesting what they did here. It looks like they used maybe latex and string, wedding veil material, maybe some polymer clay. I don't know if this is polymer clay. Yeah, it's a good idea. I could post this on our Facebook page. Good idea. Let me go back to the home page and do that so you guys can check it out. Open up that here. Yeah, this will be a lot of fun for you guys to look through. And let's see. What is that about Dungeons and Dragons and Demons, Bobby, that you posted? All right. Come on, fan page. Yeah, so do you guys visit our fan page often? Facebook fan page. Sometimes I post news on there. I post links and oh, it didn't work. That's where I can fix that later. Okay, so anyway, guys, moving along. I think we spent enough time on that. So we checked out, of course, the river. If you guys want to watch that as well, is on YouTube. Bleeding Art is the channel, so you can find that really easily. And they actually make, it says here, I think Bobby mentioned that this looks like Monty Python, or was it Ron? It says here, the river is a whimsical stop-motion animation we created to this song River of Snot by the iconic Canadian musical trio The Arrogant Worms. Shot in native 3D and stop-motion animation, it is reminiscent of early Monty Python with cardboard cutouts. So, actually they admit that it kind of looks like that. And did I see your Vine, Ron? What do you mean by did I see your Vine? Exactly. I might post this on our Facebook page too. Did you make a stop motion Vine, or I'm not really sure. You need to enlighten me on that one. Yeah, you know, I put this on Facebook, and sometimes I post stuff on here and it doesn't want to work exactly. Usually it will give you like a preview. Alright. So yeah, like I post this up on our fan page, and normally you post a link or anything, and it posts like a picture, it makes it look nice, and I post it and nothing happens. I think it's a conspiracy. I think it's Bobby Harling. I think he's doing something. What are you doing there, Bobby? Are you ruining my Facebook page? Oh, let's see. So Rana's saying my stop motion Vine for Lowe's Hardware. No, I didn't see that yet. Maybe let me see. What is it? Wobbly Tripod on YouTube? Did you post it on YouTube or on your Facebook? Because I know some people like to use Facebook as opposed to YouTube. They post videos there, but oh, what am I doing? Ron Cole, where are you, Ron? Trying to find you on my. Here we go. Is it your fault, Bobby? Yeah, go ahead or you can just, actually it's probably better to message me, Ron, if you want to message me directly. Because then I can post it, you know, on our fan page and it won't be hidden. Because a lot of times what happens is if you post it on our message section on our fan page, where it will go is on the side, and not too many people will see it. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can find it. Dun, 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 dun. So do you guys think that J.J. Abrams will post, or here we go, Vine. Oh, okay. I've never seen this, Ron. I'm kind of curious if J.J. Abrams will put stop motion in the next Star Wars films. I'm kind of, you know, wondering if maybe there's at least one scene of stop motion. So this is what Ron Cole is talking about. Stop motion. Oh, here we go. Caulking your bathtub. That's pretty cool. So you did that for Lowe's, huh? That's really awesome. That's actually really, really clear too. It's a really nice Is there a sound? There is. Is that one of your secret projects, Ron, that you haven't told us about? All right, so how did you do this blue water? To me, it looks like almost like blue silicone, but I know it's not. It's too shiny. And the figures, obviously there's some replacements and maybe some silicone cast bodies as well. Because they had to be bendable, right? So how did you do that? Claymore is asking, are they clay? And Bobby says, synchronized caulking. That's cool. So, yeah, so many questions I have. And I can see the handle here also turns when the water turns on. It seems like almost like the scale. It's what, about half scale? Now, Ron says, I did an incredible amount of casting in just 4 days because the girls are replacement coming in and out and silicone puppets for the rest. So there's what, 6? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what's the scale, Ron? Is that like, because it looks like almost like full scale. And Ron says cotton and hair gel for the splashes. And clay caulking. And the scale was real and the tub was real as well. So how did you buy a bathtub or something and then buy tiles and put it all together as like a section of a room and then film it, or did you use your own bathtub? Which I know you probably didn't do that, but and Ron says, I went without sleep for a couple of days. Just a couple of days? That's all? There's some comments too. Let's see what people are saying. Oh, I can't go in there without. I don't have an account. 193,778 loops. So if I just keep this on like this for the whole night, how high will that number go? Probably to like 10 million. Ron says, or Bobby says, then he slept in the bathtub for a week. With his puppets, yes. Dreaming of cock. And Ron says, I wasn't responsible for the set, the studio did that. I was just responsible for all the puppets and replacement castings as well as the animation. Very good. Very nice. Are you going to post some behind the scenes, maybe pictures, or, you know, show us what your molds look like or anything? That'd be kind of cool. Mike says, looks fantastic. All right. Well, anyway, guys, it's getting towards the end of the show, so I'm going to talk about some other things. And I'll probably go through this stuff kind of quick just to make sure I can cover it all. First off, our monthly challenges. Now, we haven't had any prizes for a long time. The last prizes we had some software we were giving away from one of our sponsors. And, it was CG software, and some people were like, hey, that's really cool, but, we don't, we're more interested in, stop motion, right? Because that's what the site's about. And so a lot of people, I don't know if that was really a big incentive to do our challenges, but I thought it would be kind of nice to give people a little incentive to make some more films. And so I posted the question on our site and also on our Facebook fan page about offering our video downloads as part of the prizes, and also our book Secrets of Clay Animation Revealed 3. And of course, if you click the link on our monthly challenges page, you can find it. We have a whole bunch of videos, tutorials that I've created over the years, and I probably should make more of these. I know even Ron Cole, he has a video on mold making, and it's really good. And I think we probably need to make more, but for now we have. We're not offering the foam latex one because that's one that Kathy Zung offers through our site, and I can't give that one away. But we have how to animate puppets, which is 3 hours long. We have how to animate puppets, the update, which has a lot of different information, and this is actually probably the best video I've offered. But making sets, brass tube and lead wire armatures, how to sculpt puppets, how to smooth clay, making replacement mouths, hair sculpting techniques, and how to make aluminum wire armatures. And so all these range in price from $7, and their most expensive one is $30. So these will be prizes. So these will be for free for our challengers. And I think Ron said, I did some CG last week. My gosh. But so anyways, that's going to be the prize for the future. And I think most people probably already know that if you visited the site. But I just wanted to kind of mention that. The other thing that I didn't mention, or I might have mentioned, is some of the prices on our site. I had actually raised some prices on our site. A lot of you guys don't know that I don't make a lot of profit on sales, especially for armature kits and things where I get supplied through machinists and manufacturers and other people that are like Wesley Wood, and so I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but all our armature kits come from suppliers. So animationsupplies.net from the UK, they supply our animation stages and armature kits and components and ready-made armatures. I mean, you guys probably have seen these or maybe even brought some for yourself. And so I raised the prices because I only make a small percent on every sale. Even if I sell like $50,000 worth of stuff, I'm still in the low poverty range of, what I make in terms of profits. So I did raise the prices about 10% on everything. And then what I did is I realized that the currency conversion from British pounds to US dollars actually changed since I last chose the prices. So we had the prices listed here based on an old conversion of Great British pounds to dollars, and I didn't realize that. So when I raised the prices, I actually lowered them back down because with the currency conversion, it works out where the prices are not too much higher, which is great. So and the other thing I want to mention is that we're now shipping armatures and everything else. We have a new shipping option, which I need to update it on our site still. In the text I did update it, but if you let me see here, if you haven't read through here, and it's a lot to read, but we now offer first class international, and a lot of customers who wanted to buy simple things like Delrin eyeballs, for $3 or something. If you lived in Canada, you would actually pay about $15 to have it shipped to where you live through priority mail. And a lot of customers complained, and they were saying to me, I just want to buy, some stainless steel balls, and they're only 30 cents, but my shipping is $15, So I did add this as an option. It does cost me a little bit because now I had to buy like envelopes and things and boxes that don't have the priority mail logo on there because the post office gets mad if you do that. But it's a small price to pay, so it'll save people actually a lot of money. So even though I raised prices on our Armature Kits, if you ship, buy one of these from out of the country, believe it or not, you're actually saving money. So, so I make a little bit more money, and I've saved my customers money as well. Anyway, I don't normally talk about the store too much on this site or on the show, but wanted to mention that. There's also some news about a new call for entries for the AIFF 2015 Film Festival. And I'm going to watch that right now. Let's watch it.
The 5th Annual Arlington International Film Festival is calling for entries starting January 1st, 2015. The festival celebrates different cultures by exploring the lives of people through films from around the globe. We are also nurturing the next generation of filmmakers with a special category for high school filmmakers. Entry deadline is May 30th, 2015. To enter, visit AIFFest.org. The 2015 festival will run October 15th through the 22nd at the Kendall Square Cinema in Cambridge, Massachusetts.
All right, so another place to put your films, if you have a short film, it's AIFFest.org, I believe they said. And let me see. I should
at the
find
Kendall
a little
Square
bit up here. Let me load the page up. Okay. There we go. So it's Arlington International Film Festival is what it stands for. And I hope it loads. Will you load? There we go. Okay, so AIFFest.org and call for entries. So let's kind of go here and scan the page. I don't know how big of a film festival this is, but they do send out press releases far and wide, so it might actually be a good place to get exposure, especially if you're on the East Coast. Now it looks like there is a submission fee as well. So it looks like for early March 31st, feature films will need to pay $35 and shorts $15. So a small price to pay for exposure, perhaps. And guidelines are there are different categories, and it looks like they accept all films of all genres, all selected with a focus on our mission of fostering appreciation for different cultures through independent film. So that is their submission guideline. So it would have to be something really related towards that. It doesn't give a lot of people a lot of time to make a film to do that. So that's a little bit discouraging, I would think. Features 41 minutes or longer. Shorts are 40 minutes or less. And it says here, special high school filmmakers shorts category. Students must be enrolled in high school and be 18 years of age or under. All genres of shorts are accepted with a maximum length of 30 minutes. So actually you can submit a... Guidelines for student submissions are the same with one exception. Entry fees are waived. So if you're a high school student and you want some exposure, it's very simple. You just send it in and there's no fee. It's great. So to send it in, it looks like you had to have A submission form completed. And 3 DVD copies, and if applicable, your check or money order. So it's all posted on the site how to send that in. And oops, poster contest. They had some contests as well. Yeah, so that's all I have. All they really say about it. But their 2014 festival program, you can look back and check out what they've done before as well. And so Ron Cole is saying it's getting rave reviews. I'm pumped in regards to his bathtub scene for Lowe's. And he says, and I have a feeling the filmmaker will want more for their next film because of the great reaction. Is that what you're talking about, Ron? Let me backtrack. I should verify what I'm talking about here. Because I didn't see what you guys were talking about. Okay. So Ron Cole says, I just shipped that whole Jack Skellington sleigh to the client today. Between packaging supplies and FedEx, I spent about $200 to ship it. Whoa. I'm gathering from insurance, right? Oh, yeah, you're right, Bobby. Bobby says I have an extra 7 minutes tonight to go because I started late. And Ron says the film I created Dynamation style effects for was The Peripheral. Just started playing in festivals. Oh, okay. That's exciting. Especially if you're getting good feedback. And Ron says, entering film festivals is very expensive. You submit to a gazillion festivals that all want fees just to watch your film and then reject it. Ooh, that's not good. All right. So now, I haven't mentioned this before because I just found out about it. There is... this is store.upuno.com, and they sell armature kits. And I've never seen these armature kits before. I don't know the quality. There are, looks like 5 different types: Milo L, Lisa L, Milo M, Lisa M, and Ben. They all have names. I'm going to click on one of these. I believe some of these are pre-assembled armature kits. That may or may not be good for animators who want to customize their armatures to suit their design needs, but maybe they're modifiable. Looks like they use steel parts and brass pieces and wire and some hexagonal screws. Some interesting designs here for the knees. I've never seen a joint quite like that before. Seems like the knee would bend in 2 parts. Now it says here, here's Ben, our stop motion armature kit for you to assemble and customize to your own character design. It has been designed to be as big as a humanoid size of 12 inches. That's 30 centimeters, and scale is a 1:6 scale. But there are many other combinations that you can achieve with the parts, from male-female scale 1/8 or 1:8, and male-female scale 1:6 to other animal creatures in your imagination. So the fantastic armature is packed with great features, engineered in different grades of stainless steel to avoid galling, yet with magnetic properties. It provides a strong and resistant structure as an armature for your character, with 8 rigging points, hinged knee and elbows, easy replacement hands, and 4 tie-down points. This armature will give you the performance and quality you need. Ben is the is ideal whether you're an amateur or you're on the professional side. So, 1 second here, guys. So it says here we include threaded lollies of different lengths to help with your different designs and reduce the amount of gluing, brazing, soldering on the assembly. Cat hair, which is why I'm pausing. Fully scalable feet, ankles, legs, hips, spine, arms, and neck. 20 joints plus 2 wrists, including shoulders and toes. Hinged knees and elbows for the more natural movements. 4 tie-down points. All plates are made of a special stainless steel alloy that gives magnetic properties to feet and hands, reduces galling against balls and threaded lollies. So it sounds like it's soft, some sort of soft stainless steel. I'm not really too sure. And the rigging points of 2 different types, 5 1/8 inch square tubes, easily secured with a grub set screw, and 3 M3 threaded holes. I think Nick Hilligoss would have something to say about this if he were here. The kit includes all parts needed to build a humanoid armature, including joints, threaded lollies, threaded rod, stainless steel ball, brass and fasteners. Comes with 2 tie downs, 2 hex keys, thread locker high strength glue, wire for fingers, and a manual for humanoid assembly. So they have a blog as well. I'm going to click it, and it seems as though they have basically some news and stories about what they're offering as well. So remember, these guys they were created actually in October 10th, 2014. So they've been around almost a year, and but I've never heard of them till recently. So I don't know what you guys think about it. I don't know if any of you guys have experience with these kinds of armatures and how well they animate. It seems, it seems kind of like a good option, but like I say, I've got no experience. I've never held one, so I can't comment on the quality. And but it seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. I can't vouch for the type of steel and so forth. So it looks like they also customize their armatures to your design as well. Probably from like stock parts and maybe some machining as well. Mike says, I want a ton of cash. Maybe I should run a festival. And Bobby says, the knees are still weird. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. Kind of an interesting sort of hinge joint. It doesn't seem. I don't know. I shouldn't comment, but. And Ron says, I hate thread locker. I have a better method of joining the ball to the threaded rods. The thread locker gives out in short order. Yeah, there's they're now selling the balls with the rods machined on, so they're indestructible, which we carry in our site in the Anime Sapien section of our store. It's actually a great way to go if you can actually machine the ball and the rod together. So it seems like it says they are a stop motion animation studio specializing in the production of stop motion animation, making armatures, puppets, decorations, and designs. That's a bigger picture. You guys can see what it looks like. So it doesn't look too bad. The feet look pretty interesting. And Bobby says the animals didn't have the same knee joints. Yeah. So anyways, this is the store is store.upuno.com. Upuno, UPUNO.com. So you guys might want to look into these. They have several designs, different prices. These are all in Great British pounds. So if you live over on that side of the pond, you can see here. Unfortunately, you can't, or can I? Can I make it bigger? I can't really make it much bigger than that. That's not nice. But you can zoom in on the picture like this. But you can see like the elbows also had that sort of hinge joint. And trying to look for those rigging points. Where are the rigging areas, I wonder? I guess here in the center there's like a square, a hole in there. Maybe you can stick your brass tube through that. And I imagine in the hips here too, in the front, maybe in the back as well. Interesting. I don't know if, let me see. There's the feet, the ankles. So these are not tubes. These, it seems like the wrist used some sort of brass tubes, but these parts seem to be solid pieces of brass because they're machined down at an angle in some certain parts. Let's see this one here. Oop, didn't mean to do that. And this one does not, I cannot see. It does not zoom in. Let me do this. See if that helps. Nope, I can't look. Won't let me. So, not too bad though. I mean, it seems like a pretty good kit if you don't have anything else, and you know, and it seems like quality work. Ron says the balls on the rods are great, but still need to put a ball on the other side, so same problem, just have to work. And Ron says, I like the part from the animation supplies. I just need to figure out how to improve them, the parts, which isn't difficult once you figure out how. Yeah. Modifications, I mean, I think pretty much anybody that buys a kit will have some issue because your design will never be exactly the same as what they offer. You know, kits are kind of like a guessing game, I think, from the manufacturers because they need to design kits which can, you know, it's like a one-size-fits-all scenario where you have arms, you have legs and wrists and you know, all kinds of stuff, and you don't know if the puppet's going to be made fat or skinny, tall or short. So it's really tough, I think, for manufacturers to, you know, cater to everybody. Now, we are going to move on and talk about Lemuria. This is a Indiegogo campaign, which currently they're almost, I guess, a quarter of the way, a little over a quarter of the way, in raising funds for their campaign. But it says campaign is closed. So I guess, unfortunately, this ended on April 1st, which I didn't realize. But I don't believe have we watched this? I don't think I showed this yet. Well, anyway, we're going to watch their video. It's always good to examine these kinds of campaigns anyway, and examine and think about why they might have succeeded or failed. Now Ron is saying, Dave Hetmer told me that the kit armatures scare him because he makes custom armatures and these could put him out of business. Ooh. Well, that's not, I guess that's a legitimate fear.
Yes, my name is Veronica and I am the writer and director of a short film Lemuria. This short film
is a fantasy.
The audio is
story,
kinda
and
low.
It is a visual representation of a child's understanding of the world. It follows a runaway child, Vicky, who is abused by her parents, and as a result she creates her own imaginary world where she feels safe and finds happiness. She is scared of contact with others and has confidence issues. When she becomes scared, she often hides in her wardrobe or any closed dark places. Consequently, she creates an imaginary friend that understands her and helps to protect her. However, the end result of her abuse, coupled with fantasies, leads to her death through suffocation in a fridge at the end of the film. The film is inspired by my own personal experience, and 10% of the money raised are going to go to charity that helps children. So let's go to meet the team.
Hi, my name's Andy and I'm the first AD on this project.
And I'm Jack, and I'm the producer.
Hi, my name's Honza, and I'll be working as a DOP on this project, which I'm super excited about.
Hi, my name is Lou, and I'm the art director for Lemuria.
Hi, I'm Lorna.
Hi, I'm Mary. And I'm Linnea. And we're part of the custom team.
Hi, yeah, the audio is not syncing, guys. Sorry.
And we're the animation department.
Yay! Hi, my name is Johan.
My name is Gabby.
I'm working on the music. I'm the composer on this project.
And I'm doing the sound. Yeah, sound design.
We are really excited to make this film. We've got a great story, we've got a great cast, we've got a great crew. What we need more than anything is your money to help make it happen.
I'm very excited about working on this film. Veronica has taken a tale that we all know about a child who's running away from home for various reasons, but has taken it to another level by them escaping into a fantasy world.
So we're really excited to work on this project because we think there's like loads of great elements to the script, and we're really looking forward to it.
I'm gonna pause it. I don't know why the audio is off, but it's kind of weird that I'm seeing like guys speak and they have female voices here. So let me.
Interpreting the scenes that are in reality and then contrasting it with the scenes that are set in this fantasy world.
Any donation you make, we will be so grateful for.
Lemuria is a film where different departments such as animation, special effects, production design, costumes design, and sound collaborate together on the visualization of the script. Everybody from the team puts their effort and talent to visually convey a tragic story of an abused child.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So now you met the team, and I hope that you like the idea and you're gonna support us. Anything will help. Thank you very much for your support, and I hope that if everything goes well, the film goes straight towards you.
So yeah, I don't understand.
I hope that if everything goes well, the film goes straight towards you.
You know, that I hope that I'm wrong, but maybe the fact that the audio doesn't sync up on Vimeo so well might have played a part in distracting people from the message there, right? Because they're trying to pitch their project and you can't tell who's actually speaking. Maybe it's just my computer though, hopefully, because that would be kind of sad. So yeah, this did not raise enough funds. I mean, technically it raised funds in order that they could create or start the film, but and they weren't really asking for a lot. It seems like a pretty good one. It's about child abuse. It says child abuse is more than bruises or broken bones, while physical abuse is shocking. Not all child abuse is obvious. Supporting the funding for Lemuria will aid in the continuing struggle to highlight the issue of physical and psychological child abuse by both helping to create a film which deals with the issue and by donating 10% of all funds raised directly to the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children. The synopsis that they were pitching here was a visual representation of a child's understanding of the world. The film will focus predominantly on one character, a girl between the age of 7 years old who is mentally and physically victimized by her mother and stepfather. As a result, she is scared of contact with others and has confidence issues. She will become scared. She often hides in her wardrobe or any closed, dark place. Consequently, she creates an imaginary friend that understands her and helps to protect her. So, it's actually a pretty good idea. You know, if I were to look at this video, you know, there's live action and puppets, and we've got some like light bulb that walks around. But if I were to say why, you know, if you were to ask me why did this fail, you know, why didn't they raise the funds? I mean, what would you guys say? Yeah, the sound was definitely out of sync there. Claymara says, I like the logo and the intro and the name, but I didn't quite get the story. And Don Jones says, hi everyone, sorry I came late. Can anyone tell me where to see Ron's Lowe's Vine? Yeah, we could load it up one more time. Let me first we're gonna discuss the Indiegogo campaign, and then we'll look at that one more time before we wrap up the show. So yeah, I think one of the things that Claymara said is she didn't get the story so well, and I think, you know, that's part of it. I think that, you know, yeah, it's the synopsis is down here. Maybe if it were up higher in the page, I don't know if that would have helped. And also, I think that visually it was hard to understand what they were after. Is it stop motion? Is it live action? There's obviously this young girl here, and she has the imagination and of someone who is that age and creates an imaginary friend. But, you know, what is this about? Let me scroll down. They talk about the rewards as well. They talk about what you can get. This here is black, so that's not very good, right? So it seems there's some technical issues, and talks about who's involved. The art director and so forth. What they can do, what they're capable of. And okay, here's the budget. And they don't actually post any numbers here. There's no numbers, so it's confusing. What do they need the money? How much money goes towards what? There's no budget actually broken down. So, and then at the bottom they have myths about violence against kids, like physical abuse and neglect and emotional abuse can be just as damaging, they say, for example. So, but they kind of plop that in the bottom, and I think there's not really there's not a lot of clarity to all of these things. Like is that part of the film? You know, are these the statements they're going to make in the film? Or this is what they're trying to get across? You know, so it's a little bit muddy. I would say it's a little bit muddy. That's just my opinion. Claymara says the story is kind of unclear, and Dawn Jones says I agree, and says that that's what she meant. And Bobby says stuff was even misspelled in their story. Like I said, lost in translation. Overall, though, I think the premise of the film is really good. You know, I think it's a good idea. But like I say, I don't really know what they're after in terms of budget. And I think maybe less focus on the people involved and more focus on the story. Maybe it would have helped, you know. But then again, I don't know. Maybe if my idea of what would work is completely wrong also. Alright. But anyway, it's kind of interesting just to examine it, and that's Lemuria. I don't know if you can still, if anyone is interested in still helping out. I'm sure there's ways to donate as well, if you're interested. But you can all check that out on Indiegogo. Just do a search for Lemuria, Lemuria, and you can see what it's all about. Alright, so now Dawn, I believe, asked to look at the Lowe's project, and this is it. And it does loop. And it's been looped 193,781 times. And so Ron Cole, just to recap what Ron said about this project. This was a real bathtub. The caulking was clay. And he did not build the set, which was 1-to-1 scale here. And he made several puppets made of silicone, as well as replacement puppets which go in and out of the water. And I think he said hair gel and cotton were used for the water. So pretty neat stuff. Alright guys, well anyway, it does wrap up tonight's show. Of course, every week we have a live show. Next week, hopefully I won't make the same errors in plugging my microphone into different parts of my computer, because the software doesn't like that very much. And that's why we had audio problems earlier on. But thanks for sticking with me, and I will see you guys all next week. See you later.